Welcome to Car Sales Talk 101, where it's all about life in the car business. Telling you like it is. Here's the man with the plan, Terry Cameron. Let's get started.
Welcome back to Car Sales Talk 101. I'm Terry Cameron. Before we get this episode started again, I want to remind you to please hop on over to Apple Podcast, give me a rating, and quite possibly write a review. I appreciate all the advice that I'm getting from each and every one of you. Your input is very important to me. This week we're going to talk about selling more cars with the same amount of people that we talk to on a regular basis. I mean, if you're selling 10 cars a month, how would you like to sell an additional 3 or 4 each month without having to talk to any more people than you're talking to right now? I guess I'm pretty much talking to the average salespeople. And the average salesperson sells anywhere from 10 to 12 cars a month. The problem is the average salesperson also is coming to work to wait, and they're waiting for whatever the dealership's advertising is bringing in. And they're called ups. The number is 16 to 20%. That's the closing ratio on a fresh up. So let's stick with the numbers that we know. And let's stick with what an average salesperson does. And if you're an above average salesperson, you could probably take the numbers I'm going to talk to you about and put them into a scenario that works for you. So let's talk about what we do with the 10 people that we have an opportunity to sell a car to each week. Now, when I talk about an opportunity to sell a car, I'm talking about having a customer in your showroom or on your lot that you mentioned something about them buying a car or you selling a car to them, or you get at least the process started with them. Now, you have to count every single opportunity, otherwise you're just lying to yourself. So the average salesperson, and I need you all to agree with me that this is very realistic, the average salesperson talks to about 40 people or has at least 40 opportunities each month. Now, sometimes these opportunities may be the same person. It may be a VBAC, maybe a customer that we didn't sell in the beginning of the month that we got back in the end of the month. But we had 40 opportunities. So if we break that down, that leaves us with 10 a week. And if you're like most people, you work 5 days a week. So that tells me that you're going to talk to about 2 people each day. Now, is that realistic to have 2 opportunities a day? Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But on average, it is. So the statistics say that 80% of the people that go out to buy a car actually buy one. And if you're going to talk to 10 people in a week, we might as well just eliminate 2 of those that can't buy. That leaves us with 8. Now, with the closing ratio of an up, that means we're going to sell 2 of those 8. That means we left 6 on the floor. We left 6 on the table. We missed 6 sales. Does that make you feel good, knowing that you missed 6 sales? Well, there's a way to gather those people up and get them back in and have an opportunity to sell them again. So bear with me a minute. We had 10 opportunities this week. 2 of them are not buying. The 2 more did buy from us this week. That left us with 6. Now, when these 6 people leave, they have to go eat, sleep, think, and pray on it. Whatever they have to do, they just didn't buy from you today. You gave it your best shot. You were professional. They just weren't ready to buy right now. What you need to do is follow up, and I mean follow up properly. That means as soon as they leave, they need to get a text from you. They need to get a text with a video in it. They need to get an email. They need to get a phone call. You need to follow up. The statistics say that with good follow-up, not just sending out automated emails and automated text, following up with some compelling reason for them to want to talk to you again and come back to the showroom again, whatever it may be. With good follow-up, we have a 33% chance of getting those customers back in. So if we have 6 people that didn't buy and we follow up with every single one of them. Now, guys and gals, this is very important. When I say every single one of them, I mean every single one of them. 100% of the process to 100% of the people, 100% of the time. And yeah, I know you're going to be wasting your time on a few, but you're going to hit a few out of the park too, just because you gave it a real good shot. Don't let any of them out. Follow up with those 6. Email, text, video. Email, text, video, phone call, whatever it may be, good quality follow-up. And if we can get 33% of them back in, that means we're going to get probably 3 people back with good follow-up. Sometimes customers come back just, they want to buy the car. They wanted to buy there last time. They just couldn't, pull the trigger. They need something to get them back in. We do that, we have a 67% chance of closing them. So if we're going to get 3 people back in or 2 people back in, we're going to sell an additional 1 or 2 customers or 1 or 2 additional cars each week. If you're an average salesperson, I don't care where you're at, an average salesperson that's selling 10 cars, if all of a sudden your month goes from being you go from being a 10 car a month salesperson to a 14 car a month salesperson, you cannot tell me that is not going to affect your lifestyle, your pocketbook, your family. It's 4 additional units. Whatever your commission is on those 4 units, just add that to what you're making now. And what if it takes you into the bonus round and you make even more money? Not to mention the spiffs that you're going to get from the factory. Guys, that's all you have to do. Now, I've looked at it at my dealership for the past couple of years, and we're not getting any more customers than we have got in the past. Tells us we have to do better with the ones that we're getting. Now, there's other ways we can make some money and get more customers, and that means we have to ask for referrals, and we'll talk about that on another episode. But right now, let's concentrate on the customers that we talked to this week. All 10 of them. 2 of them are gone. We sold 2. 6 are left. We're following up really well with those 6. We're going to get 2 or 3 of those back in, and we're going to close 1 or 2 of them. It's a piece of cake. You just have to take action. You have to do it. Put one foot in front of the other. This is a piece of cake. And I keep telling everybody, it's not rocket science. Put the cell phone down. Play Candy Crush when you get home. Use that phone for better reasons, better things. And that's to text your customers, send videos to your customers, and to call your customers. Guys, this is really a lot of fun when you figure it out. This numbers game can work to your benefit if you just do what it takes. And that is 100% of the process to 100% of the people, 100% of the time. And you'll see that I'm telling the truth when I say the sky's the limit. I'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode. Please rate it and write a review on Apple Podcast. We appreciate your valuable feedback. You can email Terry at 10minutesalestalk@hot.rr.com. And don't forget to share the show with a friend.